So we're doing our superior inferior axial shoulder view here. We have our patient here. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Dan Orbeck.
And your date of birth?
5161.
Perfect. All right. We have our shield here. We're going to lay this on your lap here just like that. Okay, and I'm going to have, it's the right shoulder, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to extend your arm about 90 degrees, so you're going to have it out that way. Yeah, just like that. And flat down, palm down as well. And I'm going to bring the two over without hitting the patient's head. And I'm going to angle this one 15 degrees. So we grab our IP, and I want to make sure that it's centered right below his shoulder joint and really tucked in there towards his body to make sure that the shoulder joint is as close to the center of the IR as possible. And you're going to ask the patient, sir, can you look away from your right side, just look towards your left, please, and duck your head a little bit. There we go. And that's how the mid. The central ray is going to be perpendicular to his shoulder joint, which is right around the dimple, where the dimple is on his shoulder, there. And again, angled distally towards the elbow, about 15 degrees. All right. And make sure that we put our marker on there as well for the right shoulder. There we go. Alright, we're at the console now. We have the patient set up for the superior inferior AP axial view of the shoulder joint, and I'm going to set it to about 70 kV at about 13.2 mass. We got tabletop selected here. Alright guys, here we have the superior inferior axial view of the shoulder. As you can see, we have an open scapulohumeral joint, and we have the coracoid process projected above the clavicle right there. We have the lesser tuberculum profile. You can see that one right there. And the acromioclavicular joint through the humeral head right there. And the soft tissue surrounding the axilla with the bony trabecular detail. Bony trabecular detail there. Alright guys, we just finished taking our superior inferior axial view of the shoulder, and we're just going to do our 3 series of the neutral, internal and external rotation of the arm for the shoulder. So I got my IR here, putting it crosswise to the bucky. And so for the neutral, I'm just going to make sure everything is lined up, the tube with the bucky. And the central ray is going to be basically perpendicular to the coracoid process, which is just a soft spot here. Right about there. Do the left shoulder, get my marker in there. And we'll go ahead and put the shield on the patient. So we have our central ray still here at centered up to the coracoid process, and everything's lined up with the bucky, and we'll go ahead and shoot that. So after we're done shooting that, I will grab the cassette and I will run it to the reader. I'll come back and we'll set up for the internal rotation one. And so the only difference for the internal rotation is going to be, I'm going to ask the patient to put their hand across their chest here, just like that. You can do it either internal rotation, but a lot of times if the patient has an injured shoulder, it's a lot easier for them to just bring their arm across their shoulder. So go ahead and bring that across the chest there. and the central ray still perpendicular to the coracoid process, and everything else is still lined up. We have our gonadal shielding, and we'll go ahead and shoot that at the same technique. And I'll grab the cassette, run it to the scanner, and we'll come back, put a new cassette in here, and this time we'll ask the patient to do an external rotation. So we'll ask him to bring his hand outward. So go ahead and rotate your hand outward and just have it kind of hanging out there. Central ray, again, perpendicular to the coracoid process, and we'll go ahead and shoot that. So we'll come over here now to the console where I'll be setting up for the technique, and this will all be in the bucky. Shoulder AP, and I will shoot it at 70 and 20. That looks good right there. We'll go ahead and shoot it at 70 and 20 in the bucky for all three views. And here we have the external rotation of the shoulder view, and again you can see the superior scapula right there. What happened here? Superior scapula right there, and the lateral half of the clavicle, the proximal humerus, soft tissue surrounding the shoulder. The humeral head is in profile there, and the greater tubercle in profile and lateral aspect of the humerus, you can see it there. And we have the scapulohumeral joint visualized, slight overlap of the humeral head on the glenoid cavity. As you can see there, it's a little bit different than our internal. Alright guys, we have an internal rotation view of the shoulder here. You can clearly see the superior scapula right there, and the lateral half of the clavicle is there. In fact, it might be a little more than half, and the proximal humerus is all there. Soft tissue, you can see all the soft tissue there around the shoulder, and the lesser tubercle is that one right there, and it's pointing medially towards the body. And you can see the outline of the greater tubercle. It's a little bit superimposed right over the humeral head there. Okay guys, so our last shot here is the the shoulder wide view, and I'm just going to have him turn around and face the bucky here. We'll have you face the bucky, and I'm going to rotate him about 45 to 60 degrees to the LAO side there, and that looks about 45 or so there. Make sure that we get our IP. I'm going to put it in portrait wide this time for this one. Make sure we get all the scapula. And so I'm going to have the central ray here at perpendicular to the scapulohumeral joint. Basically, the scapula lined up with the coracoid process to get everything. And looks like we're lined up with everything there. Get a little rotation here, and turn the shield this time on that side where the primary beam is coming from. Get our marker in here. Got the left marker in there, and it looks like we're all set to go. So we'll come over here to the console, and I will be shooting this bucky and about 71 at about 50 on this console, and that's all. Alright guys, we have a Y shoulder view here, and as you can see, there's no superimposition of the scapular body over the bony thorax, and the acromion is laterally projected and free of superimposition there. The coracoid is right there, and it can or cannot be superimposed over the right below the clavicle. This one is not superimposed over the clavicle, it's just sitting right there. And the scapula is in lateral profile.